Every big city in Latin America has inequality, but the inequality in Lima, Peru is especially striking. People from all over the country have moved to Lima looking for better opportunities, but most of them, coming with nothing to their name, are forced to move to the outskirts of town. They create informal settlements in the desert, which can grow into giant slums. Today I will show you some of the many faces of Lima, from the more upscale neighborhoods to the desert outskirts in the city. We start our journey in the bohemian neighborhood of Barranco. Barranco and Miraflores are some of the most expensive parts of the city, and it's usually where tourists stay. It has a beautiful view of the coast as well. Good morning guys, from Lima, Peru, the capital of this beautiful country, home to 1/3 of Peruvians, 11 million people. We are here in the neighborhood of Barranco, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in the city alongside Miraflores, and I'm gonna be showing you around the city because this is a city of contrasts. It was built upon the desert, and although here it's very green, very touristic, we'll be going to the outskirts of the city and showing you some of the neighborhoods because they're very different, and there's a lot of realities in this one city. So thank you for joining me. In Latin America memes, Peru sometimes is compared to India for not so flattering reasons, so it's very funny that there is an India festival right now here in Barranco. Let's go check out the city. I have to say it's very peaceful here. We are in a neighborhood called Surco. Went for some ceviche before we head out, but I mean, look at this, gorgeous. The internet always treats Lima as like this desert wasteland, but it's beautiful. The food in Peru is so good. Ceviche in the park, what can I ask for? It's raw fish with some little corn, sweet potato, lime juice, onions. It sounds very strange, but it's delicious. I've been eating good in Peru. Close to downtown Lima, you will find Cerro San Cristobal, a neighborhood built on this mountain. This cerro has been a pilgrimage site, both for the Incas and the Catholic Spaniards who founded the city of Lima. It used to be quite a dangerous place to visit, but since the rule of Japanese dictator Fujimori, the neighborhood has turned its luck around and is now relatively safe. Just like in other marginalized communities of Latin America, like Comuna 13 in Colombia or Rocinha in Brazil, the residents of San Cristobal have spent a lot of effort turning their home into a tourism center. I hired a local to guide me around since I didn't know the place would be so safe. We are gonna go to San Cristobal, this hillside community, sort of like a favela. There are advertisements everywhere advertising magic rituals. You can hire a shaman so he can force someone, like a spell, force someone to fall in love with you. And this one guarantees results in 7 hours, so yeah, call him if you can't get a date. Alright, now we just have to wait for our guide. Seems pretty chill so far. Buenos días muchachos, estamos aquí con Bruce. Él es aquí del barrio Leticia, nos va a mostrar el Cerro San Cristóbal. ¿Cómo estás, Bruce?
Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Ver la realidad y no los estigmas que tiene nuestra comunidad leticiana.
Así es, ¿verdad? Lima es una ciudad de muchos contrastes, tiene de todo, y el propósito aquí es mostrar varias realidades que tiene la ciudad y la linda gente que está en cada barrio. Vamos pues.
Leticia.
Sí, en todas estas comunidades son muchas escaleras, ¿verdad?
Sí, no, acá es escalera hasta San Cristóbal.
Sí, aquí ya no pueden subir motos en esta altura.
No.
Okay.
Tiene unas palabras en quechua que dicen Imainan, Manan, Munaiki, Machu, que significa cómo no te puedo querer. Entonces, refleja nuestro barrio, nuestras 3 regiones del país, el chalán que representa a la región costa, la mamita con su poncho que representa a la región sierra, y el charapita que representa, o el selvático que representa a la región selva, ¿no? Este cerro era un centro de peregrinación o peregrinación donde venían mucha gente del sur del país y de los rincones de Lima a dar sus ofrendas a este cerro y hacer un pedido como apu, se era considerado un apu.
From here we see the entire city of Lima. Well, you can't even see the end because the communities reach out to the desert, but we see the port, we see here downtown, historic downtown, and Cerro San Cosme, which is notoriously dangerous. Bruce was telling me even he can't go in without being, harassed. It would be a bad idea, but Leticia is pretty safe now. It has seen worse days for sure, but it has been developing and it has some potential for tourism as well.
Ah, claro, sí, está guardado para ponerlo todo.
¿Cómo es la situación en Lima, en la ciudad, hoy en día? ¿Por qué la gente está tan descontenta?
No estamos de acuerdo, o no estoy de acuerdo con esta presidenta que ha engañado a muchos, que ha traicionado a muchos de alguna manera, porque cuando un político entra, como dice, ¿no?, para ganar votos, te dice que es del campo, que es del pueblo, pero a la hora de la hora se transforma. A la hora de la hora no le importa las palabras que decía, no le importa la población, las promesas, nada.
My guide is talking about Dina Boluarte, the current president of Peru. She is deeply unpopular. She was the vice president during Pedro Castillo's rule. When he was accused of trying to overthrow the government and sentenced to prison, Dina Boluarte assumed power. She was only meant to serve as an interim president for 3 months while they prepared new elections, but she has been in power for 3 years now.
Hay cerca de 80 personas, sobre todo del sur, que han fallecido en estas marchas, y alguien tiene que responder mañana más tarde. Todos tienen que pagar su culpa, su responsabilidad.
So, I want to give thanks to Bruce for taking me around the neighborhood. Gracias, Bruce, por llevarme por el vecindario. Muy tranquilo, muy lindo. Y espero que Leticia siga creciendo. Y aquí voy a poner tu contacto para que si alguien quiere venir, que venga a visitarte.
Ok, amigo. Bienvenidos siempre todos a Leticia, al Cerro San Cristobal.
Another place you can't miss is downtown Lima, with its cathedral and its beautiful balconies. Here you can also find the oldest Chinatown in Latin America. Peru received the highest number of Chinese immigrants in this part of the world, and Peruvian food has been deeply influenced by China, especially in their Peruvian Chinese fusion cuisine, known as chifa. You can find chifa restaurants all over Peru, and the food is super good. We are in the historic center. There's a lot of security around the National Palace where the president is. Right now is Dina Boluarte, or as some local people call her, Dina Baluarte or Dina Asesina, because she has shot at protesters before and no one wants her. Pedro Castillo, the former president, was put into prison when he tried to dissolve Congress, and they put her in charge. The plan was for her to be in charge for 3 months, but she has assumed power for herself. Yeah, no one is happy with the situation. There's been a lot of protests in Lima, but yeah, Peru has always had a very volatile political situation. After San Cristobal, I decided to take the metro to the outskirts of the city. The traffic in Lima is some of the worst in the world, and it only has 2 metro lines, which are usually packed. First, we make a quick stop in Gamarra, which is the main market district. Quite chaotic. Look at the giant metal gates separating the neighborhood. It's a lot of informal businesses. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cruise by. Most downtowns in Latin America are quite chaotic. This is no exception. You got like an Inca king in the distance. He's a really big individual. Most Peruvians are really short, but he's super, super tall, and I guess that's the attraction. People go and take photos with him. You heard it here, guys. If you are above average height, you can come make some bank here in downtown Lima. What changes is the vehicles. You'll see a lot more tuk-tuks. You won't see tuk-tuks in Barranco or Miraflores. And the buildings, of course, are more like traditional red brick instead of modern skyscrapers. But I mean, people still gotta hustle and make money. Life's still the same, you know? They're playing with some firecrackers. That's how you have fun in the neighborhood. Jesus. So this is, guys, life in the outskirts of the city. I mean, pretty chill. Peruvians are chill. I think it's a much safer country than Colombia, Ecuador in general. But I mean, just lovely people living their lives. You know, what can I say? I just want to show you another side of the city. You know, this is a huge city. It has so many different neighborhoods. But yeah, it's not only Miraflores and Barranco. There's all sorts of different things to see. It's really cute how they have made little pots out of tires here, usually with desert plants. This is the decoration here. Being out here in the desert poses some challenges, of course. The communities that are more outside than this have a lot of trouble accessing water, so water is much more expensive the further you go from the city center. So it's very sad, like a lot of people from the mountain regions will abandon everything, you know, sell their animals and to come here to these communities, and then they have to buy water for an expensive amount, and sometimes they just don't make it. It's a very competitive environment. These dogs are fast. These dogs don't want me here. But yeah, life is harsh for a lot of people that come to the city because, you know, they start off with nothing and it's really hard to build up, but they have to build a community somehow. Lima is a massive city with all types of neighborhoods. When you visit, I encourage you to explore as many facets to the city as you can. Of course, always being mindful of where you step. And also try as much food as possible because the food in Peru is, in my opinion, the best in South America. As always, I thank you for watching and I will see you next time.